The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day after the market close. Tom takes your phone calls from 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time using the data available at that time.
Let's go to Keith in Philadelphia. Hey, Keith, what's going on?
Hey, Tom. How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. You having a good day out there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, a couple things, Tom. Number one, I started listening to you in 2001 and never stopped. Yep, and I owe you a lot, my family as well. Okay, this is the first time I'm calling.
I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Good day, Money Masters and Treasure Hunters. Welcome to the Tom O'Brien Show. I'm your guest host, Steve Rhodes, filling in for Tom while he's on vacation. And this show, folks, is being taped this morning at the Tom and I do a show each day, Monday through Friday, from 10 to 11. It's called the Money Masters Show. So we're taping this. This is July the 3rd, and right now we've got the Dow up 32 points. The S&P's up 4, the composite up 8, small caps up 4, small caps again, leading the charge on the way up 0.5%. New York Stock Exchange, though, so the real breadth of the marketplace. Also, actually just in front by a nose, up almost 0.6 of a point right now. NDX 100 up 0.2%, up 7 points. Folks, so I kick things off for TFNN each day, Monday through Friday at 9 o'clock. So if you're wondering where the markets are going to go, you can listen in on that show. You can always get us at, if we're not broadcast on a radio station that you're listening to right now, what you can do is go to the homepage at TFNN.com and you can watch us live on Tiger TV. You can bookmark that page by on the homepage going over on the right-hand side. You'll see a little area that's got some red dots around it. You can bookmark that page on your iPhone, your iPad, your Google device, and you can always listen if you don't have the ability to grab video on your phone. Go to www.tfnn.mobi, and you can actually listen to the show live, and that way you'll be able to understand where the markets are headed. Now, folks, I absolutely treasure your presence here, and my outcome today is to help you to become a better money master, folks, and I will inspire you, and I will mostly provide you with tools that help you to lead an inspired life, because leading an inspired life, folks, that is what it is all about. That's where the rubber hits the road. So let's go take a look at one of our tools that we can use to lead an inspired life. I call it the tool of self-direction, folks. Now, self-direction is one of the 6 key principles, that are necessary in order to be able to build ambition. And positive self-direction says this, says, I know who I am. I know where I want to go, folks. That's what you've got to be able to say to yourself. You've got to be able to visualize that. Self-direction says, I'm accumulating knowledge. I know that's why you tune in here at TFNN.com. I'm going to share with you the knowledge that I have, knowledge about the markets, tell you where they're going. The Dow is headed up to 13,313. It's making an A to B equals CD. I'm going to give you, from my experiences, the chart patterns that are out there, and self-direction says I'm accumulating knowledge, I'm accumulating experiences, I'm accumulating philosophies that'll help to prepare you for the opportunities that I know will show up without advance notice. And that's the key, folks. Opportunities are showing up all the time, and they are just passing right in front of you. You just have to reach out and grab the ones that you want. Folks, constantly see yourself in the place that you want to be and in the direction that you want to go. That is what we call self-direction. So let's go take a look at the self-direction of the market. So right now, and it's about 10:09 in the morning, and we're taking a look at the Dow at 12,095. Just as you are going to go ahead and celebrate July 4th, the Dow finally got its invitation. It's now giving the RSVP that it wants to head up to 13,313. What it's doing today is it's getting above the B point. The B point, the swing point of June 19th. That swing point high, 12,898.94. The markets will close at 1 o'clock today. So you've got another just less than 3 hours. What you want to do is you want to check and see, did the Dow close above 12,898.94? If it did, that's now giving you the signal that it wants to complete an A to B equals CD. That A to B equals CD pattern is going to take you up into the May highs. It's going to test the actual May high, which is out at the 13,338 number. The 1-to-1 A to B equals CD, folks, gives you a price projection of 13,314. We're going to round that up. Now, if you're taking a look at, if you're not familiar with A to B equals CD pattern, you see those here drawn on my chart. Now, the markets are always constantly making A to B equals CD patterns. What you actually want to do is you want to learn how to buy and sell the D point. If you're in a investment for a long period of time, or or not necessarily time, I'm not going to use that as time, but if you are in a long-term investment, that means you want to take a look at a monthly chart and you want to understand where the AB equals CD pattern is, because when your investment gets to a point where you need to be able to take profits and invest in something else, then you want to understand that pattern, because they work on monthly charts, weekly charts, daily charts, 10-minute charts, 1-minute charts, any chart out there. The market is continuously breathing. That is the EKG of the marketplace out here. So the A point on the Dow happens to be down at the lows of June 4th, out at the 12,035 area. The market makes a straight line move up to the B point. That happens to be June 19th. That's the swing point that the Dow is now trying to get over and stay over. It did get the RSVP. And again, the RSVP wants to see the fireworks out there, wants to help create some additional fireworks, and so look for a close above 12,898. If it closes below 12,898, does it mean that the move is over? No, it doesn't mean the move is over, but look for that today. And the DAX is giving us a signal right now that that's, in fact, what we will see inside the Dow. Now, our markets are closed tomorrow, so our markets are going to be taking a breather. That's not the case overseas. That's not the case with regard to the currency market, so there is going to be, things that you can take a look at if you'd like from a charting standpoint, and we'll take a look at those here during the day as well. Now, for tomorrow, for July 4th, folks, I have taped two very special shows in the 4 to 5 and 5 to 6 o'clock hour. These are two shows that you absolutely want to make sure that you see, whether you catch them live or we're going to go ahead and archive those shows and put those on Channel 5 on Tiger TV. That is going to be underneath recommended viewing. The 4 to 5 show is about how you can really understand how to gain certainty from your trading system, your trading platform. I will teach you how to build the system expectancy table. That may sound boring, but let me tell you, folks, if you want to really learn how to play this game and manage your money, you need to understand the expectancy of your trading system. And what you also want to do is you want to understand the money management tool behind that, using that 1%. In fact, if you go to the homepage of TFNN.com, over on the left-hand side, and I'll go ahead and punch this up on the screen here, just for all those folks that are actually watching on Tiger TV. And what you want to do is over on the left-hand side, you'll see a little, we call it a carousel. It's really not a carousel like spinning around. You'll see an up arrow and a down arrow. You'll see the power of position sizing. Click on that for 30 days. It's a free tool that I've created that helps you to be able to place your trades or your investments, folks. And it's very, very important about being able to make sure that you have proper money management, and that boils down to position sizing. So it's an absolute tool that's out there. It'll help you with your stops. There's a video along with it. And if you catch the 4 to 5 hour tomorrow, then what you will do is you'll be able to really get a step-by-step process on how to use that, and you'll have the archive on Channel 5 underneath recommended viewing. As long as you're over at the homepage at TFNN.com, do two other things. Make sure that you get that free special report that I've done. If you haven't, download that. That helps you to understand how to manage your long-term money. If you've ever wondered, should you be in, should you be out, this is a very simple tool. You don't need to understand swing points. A to B equals CD patterns. You don't need to understand retracements or expansions. I'll absolutely, and I'm happy to be able to teach you those things, but you don't need those in order to be able to understand whether you should be in or out of some of the mutual fund options that you have. That's what I covered during that 5 to 6 hour. Go ahead and download that special report. It'll be easier for you to follow along. And that show also being archived on Channel 5 on recommended viewing. And then as long as you're over there, just click on my name and go test out my newsletter. You can do that for free for 30 days. We just celebrated our 1-year anniversary. We produced a 31% return, and you can test that out for 30 days, money back, 100% unconditional money back guarantee. So on the Dow wanting to get up to 13,313. You can also see the Dow broke through this little black line, this diagonal black line. That was the downtrend channel that the Dow was in. Broke through it with conviction on last Thursday with a huge move up, a huge wide-ranging bar. That suggests that the Dow wants to move higher. It is Full Moon Tuesday. Typically on a full moon, you will see a market turn. In this case here, with the Dow moving up, with the markets moving up, you would expect to see a turn. Even if we do see a turn, folks, here, I don't think that it's going to be a long term. I think, if anything, it would move down and it would test this downtrend line that is in there, and that's what we would see. So it wouldn't be a long-lasting move down. The move, the energy is to the upside. Now, if we go take a look at the S&Ps, the S&Ps joined the party yesterday. They got, apparently, they lived a little bit closer to the market, and the S&P's closing up over the swing point high on June 19th. That swing point high was 13,163. It actually closed yesterday at the 1365.51. So they got their RSVP a little bit earlier. The S&P on its way to 1406. Now, as I pull this back on the S&P, what you're going to see is you're going to see an uptrend channel. Those are the two red lines here. That is where the Dow is headed to. It's headed to the bottom of that uptrend channel. It's headed to the A to B equals CD. That is also going to be the May 1st swing point. So you got three things converging in the same area. That is on your S&P 500. Our call-in number is 877-927-6648. If you're listening to the morning shows, would love to absolutely hear from you. As far as what's popping this morning, you got Priceline up $7, CF Industries up $4. We'll be right back, folks.
With the launch of Tiger TV, TFNN has brought our programming to the next level. With Tiger TV, you gain access to each host charts and computer screen as they host their daily stock program. Whether it's Tom O'Brien, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Ken Shreve, Kate Stalter, Dave White, Larry Pezzavento, or Victor Jones, you can catch all of our technicians hosting their programs live and archived on Tiger TV for your viewing pleasure 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you haven't checked out Tiger TV yet, then visit TFNN.com today to see what you're missing. It's that time of year again, and the Great Panther Silver Summer Silver Giveaway is back. Every day in June, Monday through Friday, we'll be giving away a Great Panther Silver 1-ounce silver bar, and all you have to do to enter is visit the front page of TFNN.com and fill out your entry. Great Panther Silver and TFNN wishing you a great start to the summer. Sign up today to have a chance to win a 1-ounce silver bar during the Great Panther Silver Summer Silver Giveaway the whole month of June at TFNN.com. You take a hands-on approach to managing your investments, and whether you're bullish or bearish on Chinese stocks, the ETFs from Direction Shares are there to help you magnify your perspective. Bull ETFs for a rising market and bear ETFs for a falling market. Direction Shares gives you the tools for both sides of the trade. Discover how we can help at DirectionShares.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction Shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction Shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 800-851-0511. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors employing dynamic strategies. Investors in the fund should understand the consequences of seeking daily investment results, understand the risk of shorting, and intend to actively monitor and manage their investments. Distributor Foresight Fund Services, LLC.
What type of investor are you? Conservative, moderate, or aggressive? No matter your investor personality, your overall portfolio should reflect your financial goals, time horizon, and your risk tolerance. Help ensure your portfolio is appropriately invested with an asset allocation plan from Morgan Stanley Smith Barney. Simply picking the right stocks is not enough. Research has shown that choosing the right proportion of stocks, bonds, and cash is essential to the success of your long-term investments. Morgan Stanley Smith Barney believes that a carefully selected portfolio can lower volatility and increase investment return potential. Find out about what asset allocation and a Morgan Stanley Smith Barney financial advisor can do for you. Call Angela O'Brien, First Vice President and Certified Financial Planner of the Clearwater, Florida branch at 727-441-6108 today to discuss your personal financial needs. Asset allocation does not assure a profit or protect against loss in declining financial markets. Investments and services are offered through Morgan Stanley Smith Barney, LLC. Member SIPC.
Kate Stalter's exciting newsletter, Low Priced Leaders, has just launched, and now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial. Every Wednesday afternoon, Kate sends out her weekly newsletter to her subscribers where she focuses on small cap stocks with market caps under $2 billion, as well as low-priced equities with share prices ranging from $5 to $12. Kate tracks a variety of stocks with a combination of strong technical support and solid fundamentals. Many of the stocks featured will be recent IPOs, These newer issues are often some of the biggest price gainers in the market and provide an excellent opportunity for substantial gains if timed correctly. You can catch Kate Stalter live on Tiger TV with her small cap roundup every Tuesday and Thursday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, and visit TFNN.com right now to get your 2-week free trial to her brand new newsletter, Low Priced Leaders, while locking in the low introductory monthly rate of only $37.50 per month, almost a 50% discount. Act now.
This segment is brought to you by Goldfields. For more information, just click the Goldfields banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back to the Tom O'Brien Show, folks. I'm your guest host, Steve Rhodes, filling in for Tom while he's away. Hopefully you're having a fantastic July 3rd, and be safe tomorrow. Let's go to our first caller. Let's go to Marie in Erie, Pennsylvania. Marie, thanks for calling. Thanks for holding.
Happy 4th of July.
Thank you. Thank you. Now, what kind of fireworks do you go see in Erie, Pennsylvania? Where do you go to see them?
Oh, there's a beautiful demonstration over our bay. We have a bay just before you get to the lake.
Oh, that's great.
And so it's a nice setting.
Oh, that's wonderful. And what's the weather forecast for tomorrow?
Oh, very warm.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it is hot up there. Now,
yeah.
were you guys hit at all by the storms that blew through on, was it Friday or so?
No, they just went south of us.
Oh, thank goodness. Yeah, there's a lot of people still without power. Going to be without power for the rest of the week, I think.
Yeah, it's very bad in some areas.
Yeah. Oof. Bless their heart. Now, you wanted to take a look at the USO. Now, folks, the USO is a oil fund, exchange-traded fund, and it uses the futures contracts in light sweet crude. Doesn't trade exactly like light sweet crude, and we'll show that in a moment. But, Marie, tell me what you're doing and how I can help you.
Well, I got in at the low recently.
Good for you.
Yeah, I'm very happy, but I'm thinking, today's a light volume day, even though it's gapped up real nice.
Yes.
I'm wondering if I should take what I've earned and reload later.
Well, I think that, it's a second gap in it. Now, it's not unusual to see gaps inside the USO. And the reason is because, it is just catching up to the oil futures contract that is trading while this equity is closed here. So you can't really read too much into the gaps on the USO chart because the underlying instrument, folks, happens to be light sweet crude. Now, if I switch over to light sweet crude here for a moment for you, Marie, light sweet crude having another strong day, and it is headed to $90.16. But it is at $87.37 right now. So this equity, the USO, is not going to be trading tomorrow. And so, that would make me say, okay, might not be a bad idea, as you pointed out, to perhaps take your profits and just reload, if it has continued momentum going forward. Because your likely price projection, your first price projection on this is going to be $34.09. You're at $32.80. The problem is that you could, light sweet crude could hit its mark tomorrow at 0.382, and then it should see some kind of pullback. So the question becomes, I'd first ask you, when you entered this trade, was this for what period of time were you taking a look at this from a trade standpoint?
Well, I was hoping to get up to 34, but
okay.
This has moved a lot faster than I thought it would.
Yes.
And, whenever anything moves real fast, it can come down real fast too. That
it most certainly can. I expect our markets. So if this helps you, I expect our markets to move higher to complete their patterns. I expect that the U.S. dollar will also move lower, and that should also put some fuel in the USO trade. So I would say the following: there's never anything wrong with taking profits.
Right.
Okay? Mm-hmm. So your first inclination was to do that, sit back, watch the fireworks over the bay there in Erie, take that in, and if there's continued fireworks in the USO trade, if it gets above $34.09, it's going to head to the $37 mark.
Right.
Another way that you can trade it is you can get your principal off the table and have free shares. And that is another way to be able to trade this as well. Go ahead.
My problem has been, the other thought I had was just moving a stop, but it moves so much, it's hard to say where a reasonable stop would be.
Yeah, I could give you stops. The problem is going to be that this is going to be trading tomorrow. You know,
Right.
so oil's going to be trading. Who knows what's going on over in the Middle East? There's always something going on over there. You know, that much is for sure. And so this could hit its first target and then pull back. You know, and so even with a stop in place, it's not going to do anything for you tomorrow.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and so light sweet crude is going to be trading for another 36 hours or more right before we even come back online.
Right.
You know, actually probably more than that. So it's never a bad idea to collect your receivables. And
Right.
that would be your profit. So yeah, that was your first inclination. I'd go with your first inclination. And then
Okay.
don't be afraid to hop back in.
Okay.
All righty.
Thanks a lot for your help.
Oh, you bet. Marie, have a wonderful 4th of July out there. And thanks so much for calling.
Sure. Thank you.
You bet. Let's go to Garo in Orange County, California. Garo, thanks for calling. Thanks for holding.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for taking my call.
My pleasure.
Right. Regarding UCO,
Yes.
I called you on June the 28th,
Okay.
and I bought it at the close,
Yeah.
23.90,
Yeah.
and here we are at 29.20 at this time. My target was 29.75.
Yes.
It didn't hit 29.7. That was the regression line. That is the only indicator that I have, that I really swear on that indicator is so correct.
Okay.
Yeah, anything above that, I go long. Anything below that, I go short.
Yes.
You think that's going to cross that, or should I get out now?
Well, you know, it's really the same conversation that we just had with Marie. I mean,
Yes, I heard it.
Yeah,
Yes, I heard.
On UCO, I expect that what you could see on UCO is really $33 now. But the
Yes.
problem is going to be that, you know, the underlying instrument, you're going to have a you know, it's going to be like a weekend for you as far as a void of time. And
Yes.
so, you know, what I know, Garo, is that, you know, you are a very, very smart trader, and you never have any problem taking money off of the table out there. You know,
Absolutely.
oil's having another good day out here, and what I would expect, the normal patterns on anything are to get to that first retracement level. I know you use a regression line. You know, I take a look at the first retracement level, which would be 0.382. That's on the oil contract on light sweet crude, $90.16. At that stage, it then ought to pull back. And it pulls back. That means it's going to give you another opportunity to fire back in on the trade out there. So, you know, you know how to trade real well. I don't know that. And so what I expect is oil to get to 90.16 and then pull back. If you're in this one here for a longer trade, then I would go ahead and stay in the trade. But there's nothing wrong with getting out, taking your money by 1 o'clock today, and then coming back into it early on Thursday.
One question. Can I talk?
Yeah, go right ahead.
Yes. On June the 19th, there's a swing point there. The high was 27.83.
June 19th. Okay.
Do you think it will come down to that 27.83 and bounce up?
You know, the problem with trying to utilize the patterns on the UCO versus the oil contract is they don't really flow one for one. What I would say is that, you know, what you're really looking at here as an area of support is June 29th. So June 29th, when you did 8.6 million shares, 27.94 should be a pretty good support area.
Okay.
Okay, that should be a pretty good support area. The low of that should be very good support, 25.60. But that would be a little too much heat for you, I believe, Carol.
Very good. Thank you.
Okay, thanks
you.
for calling, and have a happy 4th of July. Folks, this is Steve Rhodes filling in for Tom O'Brien. We'll be right back.
If you're an investor looking for a great weekly investment newsletter, then now is the perfect time to try out Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks. Every Tuesday, Ken breaks down multiple sectors in his weekly newsletter, Ultimate Growth Stocks, with a full in-depth report including specific trading recommendations within his model portfolio, charts, sector analysis, upcoming economic data, along with intra-week trading updates on newsletter positions whenever the market dictates. Right now, you can receive a full month, that's 30 days, to evaluate Ken's newsletter free of charge to see if it fits your trading plan. At less than $75 per month, Ken provides you with his expert trading advice that can pay for itself in no time. Take advantage of this great offer by signing up for a 30-day free trial to Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks today. Don't let this offer pass you by. Visit the front page of TFNN.com and sign up now.
Stock market corrections are the number one reason that a buy and hold investment strategy produces the poorest results, and I have 73 years of data that proves it. Now, the good thing about economic difficult times is that the worst economy can produce the best rewards in the shortest period of time. In fact, during the last 130 years, 61% of that time period has been spent in recession. And if you're one of the 70% of American households relying on their 401ks and IRAs for retirement, you need the single strategy that is bulletproof against the turmoil of our stock markets. Go to the homepage at TFNN.com. Under Breaking News, click on Success is a Numbers Game to receive this must-have free report. This bulletproof strategy may be days away from giving the next signal. Don't neglect your retirement, and don't neglect this signal. If you're even a little bit interested in accumulating wealth, providing a better life for you and your family, then go to TFNN.com to order your free copy of Success is a Numbers Game today. Implement the disciplines contained in this report, and success will be yours for the taking.
Are you looking for a precision edge in the market? Something that can stack the odds in your favor? Then look into Larry Pezzavento's new trading newsletter, Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind. In each weekly issue, Larry explains what's going to happen in the markets based on the pattern he sees developing and gives you actionable trade ideas based on those patterns. Plus, you'll get his detailed analysis on a variety of markets and sectors, including stocks, treasury bonds, the gold market, oil, the dollar, the forex market, and more. And you'll get the Technical Corner segment, which is a short but powerful weekly training session on trading. You'll get access to all the patterns Larry is seeing in the markets, plus the Astro Harmonics and powerful Bradley stock market model that Larry utilizes for less than $5 a day. An extremely potent combination that will give you just the edge you've been looking for. Try Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind absolutely free for 2 weeks. Go to TFNN.com and click on the free trial link at the top of the page. That's an $85 value, yours free when you register right now. Get Larry's Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind and get the edge you've been looking for.
Great Basin Gold is a mining company engaged in the exploration and development of 2 emerging gold properties in Nevada and South Africa with a total resource base of more than 23 million gold ounces. Great Basin's Burnstone mine in South Africa opened in February of this year with a resource of 20 million gold ounces, becoming the first mine to open in the historic Witwatersrand Basin in the last 30 years. The Burnstone mine is projected to have a 25-year mine life and is fully financed with production anticipated to be over 250,000 ounces per year at a cash cost of only $450 per ounce. The Hollister mine in Nevada became fully integrated in the fourth quarter of 2010 with annual production estimates of 110,000 ounces of gold per year over the 8-year mine life at a cash cost of only $527 per ounce. Great Basin Gold is cash flow positive and trades on the Toronto and New York stock exchanges under the symbol GBG. In just December of last year, the price of gold was down over 10%. In today's highly volatile gold market, you need someone in your corner that understands the complex relationships that exist within the price of gold, as well as within a variety of gold equities. Whether it's the South African gold miners and knowing how the Rand-dollar relationship will affect their bottom line, or understanding how John Paulson's $5 billion trade in the GLD can move the market, Tom O'Brien gives you the direction you need to become a better trader each week in his newsletter, The Gold Report. With over 20 individual equities covered and almost another 20 on the potential watch list each week, in addition to covering the XAU, HUI, GLD, and dollar, The Gold Report is a great source for any trader that is looking to be diversified in today's volatile gold market. For your 30-day free trial to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report, log on to TFNN.com today. Don't miss out on this great offer. Act now.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back to the Tom O'Brien Show, folks. I'm your guest host, Steve Rhodes, filling in for Tom while he's away. And be safe tomorrow on July 4th. We do have two very special shows, so tune in to catch those shows. They'll also be archived on Channel 5 on Tiger TV under recommended viewing. If we go take a look at the Apple, so this show here is being taped at the 10 to 11 time frame. It's 10:35 right now. The Dow is up 33 points. The S&P is up 5. Composite is up 13. Small caps leading the charge. You got the workhorses out there clearing the road for the rest of the indexes. The small caps up 6 points. That's up 0.7, almost 0.8%. Apple, which I have on my screen here right now. We've got Apple trading out at 598.30, up at the high of its session. 600.60 is the 0.618 retracement off of the highs from April 10th. The high out there, 644. The low put in on the 18th of May. The low down there at the 528.66. What you will see Apple do, Apple is up and above a March 14th candle. That candle was the last time that Apple had a breakout to go topside. Must have been, maybe it was an earnings report back in the middle of March. The volume that you had there was 50 million shares. That now, meaning the high, 594.72, is your support area. And it says to me that Apple wants to trade up into the $620 range, more likely the 0.786 retracement of that move from the highs to the lows. That was for Nancy in the den. And if we go take a look at the small caps, let's go take a look at the Russell 2000. As I mentioned earlier, the Dow Industrial finally RSVP'd to the party, now setting up the A to B equals CD. The S&P RSVP'd yesterday. It was the Russell 2000 that is the workhorse that is clearing the road. The Russell 2000 right now trading out at 814. Even Russell 2000 wants to get to 834. I suspect that what we'll see the Russell 2000 actually do, number one, right now today, what it's trying to do is actually get into May 1st. So, folks, it's very important to understand that. May 1st, the low on the Russell 2000, 815.55. The Russell, is typically not the leader in the marketplace. So, it needs the other folks in the party to also move up there. So the Russell 2000, see if that closes by 1 o'clock. Our markets here closed at 1 o'clock today. And we're taping this show here at 10:37 this morning. So if the Russell 2000 closes up in the 815.55 area, that's a pretty darn good signal. May 1st, folks, is where the other markets are going to head. The Russell instead wants to likely head up to the March 27th area, the low of that swing point, 839.98. And you can see the move off of the C point. If you are watching us on Tiger TV, what you are seeing is you're seeing a very powerful move off of the C point, giving you all kinds of signals that price wants to go higher inside the Russell 2000. What's the laggard? Well, the laggard actually has been the NDX 100. So let's go take a look at the NDX 100, and let's go see if the NDX got its RSVP to the July 4th celebration, just to add to the fireworks. And most certainly it did. It has got the RSVP. The high swing point that we're looking at there is June 20th, folks. The high out there, 26.33.21, trading at 26.34.90. That says that the NDX now the NDX has been a laggard, but now if you take a look at the swing point, take a look at how prices moved off of the C point, it's telling you that it's telling all of us right now that the move on the C to D is going to be stronger than that A to B move. Pretty impressive, folks. And the A to B move, folks, that we're talking about went from a low on June 4th out at 24.43.92. The B point, straight line move up into the June 20th area, the high out there at 26.33. It then pulls back into the June 28th low of 25.10. What you've got out there never was able to get back and close that gap. It will eventually get closed, but I imagine, and this is where you'll really see the energy here, and what the NDX wants to do, what everything wants to do, is test that May 4th area. Now, the May 4th is a large downdraft inside the NDX. The low of that is 26.37.73. I expect you're going to see a close inside that. today. The index certainly wants to close the gap. That would get back to the May 3rd lows out here. But right now, the way that the NDX is trading, it actually says 2751 is all over it. What is that? Gets you back to the May 1st highs, just like we were taking a look at the small caps out there. So it looks like the generals in the Army are getting ready to join the forces. And if we take a look at what did we not cover, let's go take a look at the New York Stock Exchange. Probably the best of all indexes, folks, for you to pay attention to, because this is where you see the real breadth of the marketplace. You got several thousand stocks that are out there. The New York Stock Exchange got its invitation yesterday as well. It's closing. It's trading right now at its session highs out at 7880.23. So the New York Stock Exchange wants to trade up also into the May 1st area. That's in the 8104, 8211. First, it's going to have to complete a 1-to-1 A to B equals CD. That's going to be at the 8,042 mark. If we go take a look at let's go see what is popping and dropping today. So you got Priceline up another $11. Let's go take a look at Priceline. Google's up $6 as we speak right now. So let's go take a look at those stocks. Let's go see. We covered Apple. So let's go see what Priceline wants to do. PCLN is the ticker symbol, having another strong session, not so much on volume. And remember, today is a very shortened trading session. Open at 9:30, closed by 1. What the Priceline is doing is getting into its downdraft. That downdraft being May 10th. Had a downdraft with 3 million shares. It is now inside that area. If we take a look at, let's take a look at a possible A to B equals CD. Is that going to set up today? The B point on this for Priceline is going to be the June 19th swing point. That high, 683.37. The close yesterday, 680.86. Now, came into it yesterday with 901,000 versus 915,000, so not too shabby. Now, today with the shortened trading session, it's certainly not going to have the volume. What you've done so far today, though, is 294,000 shares. You've done that in an hour and 12 minutes, so not too bad. What you should do is just simply take the volume today, divide it by 3.5 and multiply times 6.5 just to give you some type of volume configuration. But very well, we could see Priceline here making an A to B equals CD pattern. The 1-to-1 on Priceline gets you to 713.01. That makes sense. Why? Because that's where you run into that downdraft. The high of the downdraft is actually 706. So 706, 713. And if we take a look at retracements off of the high being April 30th when Priceline was up at 772.35 down to the low that was put in on June 4th. What you'll also see in that same general area happens to be the 0.618 retracement. So 707, 713, and 706. Those are the numbers. That is the area that Priceline wants to move to. But what can you see on Priceline here on this C to D leg? It's moving up strong, setting up the possibility of actually getting back to where, folks, to the 786 retracement. That would be inside the 734 mark. That is on Priceline. If we take a look at what is popping, let's take a look at what's dropping out there. Other than a power share or direction share or iShare, you've got Fossil, F-O-S-L, really, as I recall last time I'm looking at that chart, was really struggling. They are down another 5% today. So FOSL is the ticker symbol. Let's go take a look and see what they're doing. You can see that gap down. That gap down was giving everybody the signal. Time to get out of Dodge. Actually gave you signals well before that to get out of Dodge, but it certainly did that on the May 8th when it came down with 20 million shares. Now, what is it doing today? It's trying to take on a set of swing points. The swing point, the first one happens to be June 28th. That was last Thursday. Did 1 million shares as it was moving down in the price of $69.50. You're inside that today. You're inside that with 636,000 shares with only an hour and 14 minutes into the trading session. Where's the next swing point? Next swing point is on June 4th. That only has 1 million shares. The high on that, $70.33. I would, looks to me like it's going to get in there today and get in there with volume. And what is that setting up, folks? That's setting up for a much deeper push lower. Let's go take a look at where that is potentially headed to on the weekly chart. We're going to look for a volume candle out here to see if there's any support. And the only support that stands out, this is on Fossil, goes back to June 25th, 2010. That price point, $36, folks. The high is $41. It's trading at $71.17. If you're in this stock and you're praying that it's going to go back up to its highs, the prayer should be pull the trigger, collect your receivable, get your cash, and go look for a different stock, because this one is dead in the water for sure. That's on Fossil. If we go take a look at PCYC, what are they doing? I thought so. PCYC trading down $2. Let's go take a look at that chart out there. PCYC, that is Pharmacyclics Inc. Guess I didn't pull it up. PCYC. Folks, I'm Steve Rhodes filling in for Tom O'Brien. Our call number is 877-927-6648. Have a fantastic July 4th, folks. We'll be right back. And, we'll be right back.
Would you like a personal update from Tom O'Brien as to what equities he's trading and what his daily trading plan is before the market opens each morning? Every market day, Tom O'Brien sends out his daily newsletter, Market Insights, to hundreds of subscribers that rely on his daily recommendations when it comes to navigating these highly volatile markets we're dealing with. As recently as May 21st, Market Insights subscribers closed out all 5 open positions for a combined profit of over 68% in one day. Profits ranged from 6.5% to over 24%, and all of these trades had been initiated within the previous 30 days. Now is the perfect time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's explosive trading newsletter, Market Insights, an $85 value. Tom breaks down the market each morning with his market take and provides trade recommendations including precise stops and target profit zones, leaving nothing left to guessing. Log on to TFNN.com today and sign up for your 2-week free trial. Make sure you're a subscriber the next time Market Insights subscribers close out multiple winning trades. Take action and sign up for your free trial today. Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when temporary market spikes move against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped, and you have the advantage of keeping your trades open even when the market temporarily spikes against you. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique short-term binary options that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
Put the power of the Chapman Wave methodology to work for you. No matter what market you trade, what time frame you trade in, or your trading style, the opening call, Basil Chapman's daily market newsletter, is bursting with the information and trades you need to become a more successful trader.
I've been using Basil Chapman's Chapman Wave methodology for several years now. His Chapman Wave can be used for any time period for not only equities, but futures, currencies, commodities. I've been also a subscriber of his opening call, which I find an invaluable tool to help me analyze the potential of the market each day. He gives you opportunities to go short and long. It includes recommendations on stocks. I strongly recommend people using the Chapman Wave, and I very, very strongly support the use of his opening call.
To find out more about Basil Chapman and his Chapman Wave methodology, and to get your 2-week free trial of the opening call, a $64 value, visit tfnn.com today.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, we pay you more for converting your jewelry to cash.
Let's go to Brian in New Jersey. Hey, Brian, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, just want to let you know I did give you some jewelry. My jeweler offered me about $650, but you get a check in the mail tomorrow for about $1,200.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, it's all about honesty when converting your jewelry to cash.
Okay, let's go to Paul in Florida first. Hey, Paul, what's going on?
I want to commend you on the Tiger Metal Exchange. I just did a deal with you guys the other day.
Oh, good.
And very happy.
Well, I appreciate it. Now, Did you sell us jewelry, or did you buy coins off us?
I sold you jewelry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
What we weighted at was less than you guys said, so, you're totally honest.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, we give you the tools to value your gold, and it's absolutely free. Call 866-618-8888 or log on to TigerMetalExchange.com. We've created the easiest, safest, and most honest cash for gold process. Tiger Metal Exchange. It's the only call you need to make.
This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at tfnn.com.
Welcome back to the Tom O'Brien Show, folks. I'm your guest host, filling in for Tom while he's away on vacation. Have a great 4th of July. Remember, we do have 2 special shows that we have taped in advance for July 4th, both from the 4 to 5 and 5 to 6 hour. Both those shows will also be archived on Channel 5 on Tiger TV under recommended viewing. The first one's going to talk about being able to give you the actual tool, how to create and understand the expectancy of your trading system, the other money management principles behind that, position sizing, also from 5 to 6, the tools that you need in order to be able to manage your long-term assets out there. If we're looking for some possible trades here, again, this is being taped on Tuesday morning. It's now 10:52. The Dow's up 42 points, S&P's up 5, Composites up 14. Around the world, everything was green. In Asia, you had the Nikkei up 63 points. That was up 0.7%. The Shanghai was up about only 0.1%, up 3 points. The Hang Seng up 294 points, 1.5%. And the DAX, I'm going to pull this together here for you. The DAX is something you're going to want to watch tomorrow. So, if you're a trader, investor, they're certainly going to be trading around the globe. You're going to want to watch the DAX because the DAX is getting inside its uptrend channel. Now, before we do that, let's go take a look at a possible trade set up here for you. This is one to put on your list. This is Dollar General. This has been one of the IBD high flyers out there, trading out right now at 53.73. It's trading down today. Not really much in it in the way of volume, 695,000 shares. It made a high out there a few trading sessions ago with 4.8 million shares. Now, what it is doing today, it's setting up a bearish engulfing candle. Don't know how this will close. You'll want to come back to this at 1 o'clock, but it's setting up a bearish engulfing candle, engulfing the last 2 sessions. Says the move to the upside here is going to stall. Now, where this thing would be a nice entry point, that's assuming you have the right volume patterns. That means on the way back, you're not seeing volume increase, are going to be 2 of the large high volume days out there. The first one is June 6th. The high, 48.98, the low 47.46, 22 million shares out there. The next high volume bar that you've got is on March 28th. You've got 17 million shares. The high on that, $46.28. So that is really your range. Well, the low is actually 44.85. So you're looking anywhere from 44.85 to the 48.98. You might want to take a look at possibly scaling in. That's assuming that you don't see volume come out of these things. Because you can, if I just switch over to some of the IBD stocks, many of the IBD stocks are absolutely being taken apart. AutoZone, Chipotle, one after another. If we take a look at Chipotle right here, trading down at 380.63, this has much lower price in store for it. So if you're still in this thing, if you're still in this equity, get out. There's no reason, if you've ridden this thing up and you've got a nice, tidy profit in it, get out. Why? Because it's going to come down into the 333 area. You're at 380 right now. Don't take that pain. It is unnecessary. Now, King Dollar, U.S. dollar index, today finally starting to really maybe put some energy in the market. It is pulling back. It's trading out near the low of its trading session down at 81.90. King Dollar wants to get down to $80.36. Now, the markets are going to be closed this afternoon. The market's closed at 1 o'clock today, folks. The markets are going to be closed tomorrow. A lot of movement can take place in the currency market. So if the U.S. dollar index moves down, what you'll see a gap up when you come back in on Thursday, as the party continues here. What's that all about? That is certainly all about the euro as the primary driver behind it. I've got the 30-minute chart up on my screen here. The 30-minute chart shows the euro finally getting off of its area where it's been hanging out. You thought I was going to say a different word, didn't you? Well, I didn't. It's getting off of the area where it's been hanging out, folks, and it's doing it on the 30-minute chart with a wide-ranging bar. That was after making a 1 to 1.272 A to B equals CD down. Looks like it gave us a bearish engulfing candle. Looks like that's what it is creating right now. And it is a nice candle out there. That is what's putting the primary pressure into the U.S. dollar index trading down. Now, the euro setting up on the 30-minute chart, setting up one heck of an A to B equals CD up after it completed the A to B equals CD down. If we go take a look at that, you take a look at some wide-ranging bars that are in here. The retracement from the low on the euro down at the 4:30 a.m. time frame on June 28th was when it was down at 1.24064. That's your A point. Your B point is the highs that were made at about 11 o'clock coming in on June 29th. Folks, that is a huge leg. What the euro has done is just a little bit over a 0.382 retracement. If we take a look at this from A to B, this may be setting up the C point here this morning at about 11 o'clock. I'm sorry, not this morning, yesterday morning let's make sure I got 9 o'clock this morning. There we go. At about 9 o'clock this morning, this sets up one huge move in the euro. This actually gets the euro into about that 129, 130 area. You do that, and that's what that's really going to do, and that's all in sync now. Now, I'm going to run over here to the DAX in Germany just to put this together for you. We're taking a look at going around the world. What you can see here in Germany, you can see this uptrend channel. You can see the DAX now trading inside there. Expect to see the DAX, at some point in time, maybe it's tomorrow, come back and test the trend line just to confirm that it wants to stay inside here. If it stays inside, then you're going to see higher prices coming in the DAX. And, just don't get your head too wrapped around all of the BS, meaning the before Steve information that they share with you in the news out there just to scare the heck out of you. The world's not falling apart. And, you want to be able to learn how to trade these markets, look at the patterns that are out there. And the DAX is giving us a very big signal. You want to watch that tomorrow as well if you are taking a look at any charts around the world. What's that going to do for us index-wise? That's going to take the New York Stock Exchange probably up to 8,042. It's going to take the Dow all the way back up to the May 1st swing point. The Dow, what that has in store for it is the 13,300 mark. And the S&P wants to trade up into let's go take a look at it. The S&P wants to also trade up into now the bottom of its trend line. So if you're watching on Tiger TV, you're seeing three patterns converge in the same area. That same area being the 1406-ish range. That's going to be at 1406. You're going to test the May 1st. You're going to test the bottom of that uptrend channel. You're going to be completing an A to B equals C to D. So it's all coming together right there, folks. Remember, you can catch my show every day, 9 o'clock. I kick things off for TFNN. If you're wondering where the market is going to go, you can also test drive my newsletter service, 30 days, unconditional money-back guarantee. We just finished the first year. The anniversary date was July 1st. We did a 31% return on our trades out there. So test that out, folks. I want you to have an absolutely safe, be very, very safe out there with all the fireworks, sparklers, and we'll look forward to seeing you back here on Thursday morning. Again, you'll be able to catch the archive of tomorrow's shows, the July 4th shows. You want to do that. That's going to be on Channel 5 on Tiger TV under recommended viewing. Have a great and safe July 4th, folks, and I'll look forward to seeing you Thursday morning. Bye-bye now.
With the launch of Tiger TV,